Hello everyone, and let's get started. So 4th of November, Monday. I've posted the swing days for the week and the swing hours for Monday on, I think it was Saturday or Sunday. So on the weekend you guys had them. Let's take a look. I've already put the hours here for today. Now remember, with gold we had Wednesday swing day. That's your Wednesday swing day. Thursday market taking a plunge down. And on Friday I did say if it retraces we can sell off again. And that's the market. So because it's a new week, new month, let's take a look. It's a new month. Okay, so this is November. Not much to see here. As you can see, we can still go up or we can come all the way down as well. Let's take a look at the weekly. And on the weekly as well, now that is like a nice pin bar happening here. As you can see, it's touching the HCL, I think that one is. That should be LCL. Yeah, LCL, but because that's too high, there's no value on it. So we're down here. Now, two things can happen here. Because the market bought before, it can buy here again. But there's also a gap here, as you can see. And if I come to the daily, we're probably going to have some room to go further down. Now, with gold, let's take a look. So today, let's check it out. So today, tomorrow, we've got to be careful because today or tomorrow may be a swing day. And on the daily, as you can see, we're right on the support here. Now, this is a bit of a sandwich zone. So if the market goes above that red line here, which is your HCL one, 2,748, which is pretty much that weekly pivot there. So if we go above that and break above that, the market's got potential to go up. Okay, if we come down, sweep the lows, let's see what that support is. 50, I think it's what, 58, 59 odd there. All right, so do I have a 56.12? I think, let's check it out. Yeah, 56.1172, 2,733, which it seems to have breached a little bit. Okay, 2,733. So let's put that on there. 2,733 here. All right, so that's just, as you can see, right there. All right, and that's the lower Friday. So if the market breaches below there, we've still got room to come down, as you can see those levels there. And on the weekly, if it does start to come down, this is going to be the first place, 2,710 on the weekly. And on the daily, if we push down, got 2,695. So 2,710 looks like a better option, doesn't it? Here. All right. So that's one thing there. And then on the daily, if the market keeps pushing down, which it looks like it could do, can bring us all the way back down into this zone. And this is a logical zone as well, because we'll have to cover the gap there and can even come down lower. It's got a bit of a gap there as well. So 2,695, we'll put that on the radar as well. 2,695. Okay, now they're quite a bit way down, as you can see, which is fine. The market's taking some profit, and like I said, if this thing is a pin, we could like pull back all the way back into this zone here. You can see how deep that is. This, as you know, I drew this mirror ages ago on the weekly, and I did say we should get there, and we did get there nicely. Okay, so that's basically done deal. Plus we were above that. If you measured the Fibonacci that I said as well on top of that, you would have been here as well, which should not have been a drama. Okay, but now let's see what we can do. On the weekly, we'll just carry on with this setup, but on the daily, as you can see, we've got room to come down. So if the market goes up, you can sell again. Okay, here, if the market does a stop sweep, including that level there, okay, and you come to a trading hour and you want to go long, okay, not a bad idea, because Monday or Tuesday is a swing day and we're down, okay? So today, though, if the market breaks down, don't stand in front of it, because it could be today or tomorrow. Let's take a look at the euro dollar weekly. Now, with the euro dollar, remember I said last week we should go up, and the market did go up, and I did say we should go above that at least to do a stop sweep. The market did do that, and that's all fine. As you can see, the market opened with a gap today, right? Nice little jump, as you can see. So that little jump should kind of come back, shouldn't it? Let's just refresh our charts. So this is where the daily is. This is where the gap is. So the market sooner or later is going to close that. Now with the euro dollar, I've made a comment for Monday. Take it into account and see what happens. Look at that. Okay. So I think that comment worked out, didn't it? Now what? So I'm just going to get rid of this. All right. And now what? So we should kind of like, if this is going to push up, we should be going up at least into there. So there's a gap there, so I want to keep that there. Okay, that's that one. And the market should get into that. All right. If the market does come back into that level, 43, yeah, 43 looks good. 1.0840. So 1.0840, 1.0830, 0840, 30 is down here. So if the market does come back down and closes the gap, you might want to buy. If you want to sell the highs, you can. All right, where do you want to sell it though? The reason I say you can is because of the gap though. I'd sell it if it pops up here. So if it doesn't come back down but keeps pushing up, wait for the swing day or wait for the day to be over and then sell off. Okay, don't just jump into it, selling it simply because the market made a gap. That's not a reason to sell. Okay, for a reason to sell, you got to have a sell spot, which is here, and that's fair enough. You got to have an hour, which is fair enough. You can put your hours here, right? So then you can say, well, if it's a sell hour, a trading hour, plus I am at highs, I can sell off. Okay. Let's take a look at SP 500 on the weekly. Nice little fall. If we go up into 5761, let's take a look at the monthly as well. There you go, closing below, right on the goodbye kiss there, 72, 5,703. So this 5,703 business, we're going to have to keep an eye out for, which is right here, 5,703. All right, there you go. So let's get rid of these because we're in a new situation this week and month. Let's refresh the chart. Now, if we want to sell again, last week I also talked about these levels plus the gap. And if you sold, you should have been okay. Actually, on Friday, buying and selling were okay on both sides. Okay, so let's also get rid of this and check out what we can do. On the weekly, we can follow this shorting all the way down. Now remember, with the indices, we don't have a Monday, all right? On the monthly, this could stick around here, okay, and keep pushing up. On the daily, where are we? It looks a little complicated, doesn't it? Let's do this just a second. Radio. Let's get started now. So SP 500, right? It's on the daily. Now, if we go up into the swing day, that's fine. Now, remember, on the 28th of October, I posted the swing days for the previous week, like last week. And Friday was a swing day. That's your Friday. Okay? So Friday, swing day, market closes up. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, going into a swing day, all right? And then selling off. So the goodbye kiss at 48 is legit 5773, but you got to make sure you're matching it to your swing day. 773 is going to be there. All right, so pretty much in that zone, right? There you go. So if the market does come up into there, selling it is okay. It's already done it on Friday. If you sold Friday, like I said, you should have been okay. No problem. But Friday was a swing day. So if we come back down, do a stop sweep, come into this zone and you want to push up, you can. All right. So why? Because that's an impulse wave. And if you think about it, once the impulse wave happens, okay, that's your impulse wave. So what you can do is take a measurement of the impulse. Okay, that's the 50. The next level up is there. So you're either going to sell it here or here. Stop sweep there is okay. So if we do get up into that 5794, I'll just put it in there. It's not a PST value, but we can just check it out here. Yeah, so that's not it. 60 level there is 5875. That's too far out. On a weekly, we've got 61, 5776, 5776 is pretty much up here. So either the 50 or the 37.5 is your zone. If it comes down and the market buys to go up, here and here are going to be a sell zone. You're going to have to match it with time and price. Okay. On the monthly though, we're okay. I think we're okay to sell from the highs. Okay. Just be mindful about this 5705, 5703, because that's on the monthly. If that thing breaks, this is why I did this here. If it's a stop sweep and we close up, it's not a problem. But if this thing breaks down and we're sticking around here, then any push up is good to sell off. Let's take a look at Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and Bitcoin. Now with indices, obviously we're going to be like pretty similar, if not the same. Sometimes they do have a divergence, like a difference in the way they behave, that is. Okay. They're divergent. However, though, in any case, they're related. So let's take a look. Let's get rid of this and that. Let's get rid of this. All right, so this is nice and easy. As you can see, these are levels we've marked in before. If you're following it with me, you should be just doing fine. Okay. There you go. You're in there. Okay, that's all good. So any pullback, look, exactly. Remember I drew this ages ago. Market comes back there, bounces right off the line, boom, and goes up. Friday, swing day, market going up. Okay, remember indices, SP 500 had swing day. Dow Jones also had a Thursday, Friday swing day. Thursday low, Friday up. Now, the next swing day for the indices, when it comes up, we should be up there somewhere. This is a nice channel turning into a runner. That level, 48, 42,290, is on the daily. 42 290 is there. Whoopsie daisy. Whoop. There you go. All right, so just around there somewhere. Okay, so this is your zone. That's also where the gap is. So if the market goes up into there, there'll be a sell reaction. Look out for stop sweeps as well. If the market comes down first, buy to go up is not a bad idea either, but let's check out the monthly. Right, so look, this is right on there as well. 67, 41, 767. So 41, 767. That's your zone. All right. If it breaks below this and sticks around here, doesn't do a stop sweep, then any pull back up is legit to sell off. If you check out the markets today, they've all pretty much opened with a gap with the euro dollar and the indices. Okay, so I did say be careful for Monday when I posted the swing days, if you check them out. Also, that I've made a comment for the indices. Take note of that. Okay. On the weekly, let's check it out. We've pretty much done that. Look how beautiful that is. Market falling right into the target on a swing day, Thursday, Friday with the indices. That's just swell. That really is great. So what to expect with this now? Let's get rid of that. Let's just get rid of these. Let's clean this up a little bit. Okay, here we are. Now this is the weekly. You don't have to have a bunch of lines there. Okay. So this has got room to also fall back into here. Why don't I just draw my channel there? Okay, so this is one channel. Let's just draw that. That's the top. That's the top. That's the top. There. And now I can get rid of this. Okay, this is it. Okay, so the market's gone up a little bit. If we dip down, it might go up to sell off again. Let's get rid of this. And on the daily, let's take a look. So this might still have just room to go up. Okay, so from the lows, you can look to go up. Now, remember what we talked about last time with the indices, you got to check them out. With the Dow Jones as well, if you noticed. Okay, what did I say? I said we've got a shoulder, dip down into here. That's your neck line there. The market's gone up into there, pretty much there. Okay, so what we want to see is a rounding off. Okay, if that happens, then we've got a shoulder, head, shoulder happening. Then we want to see it break. Goodbye, kiss, push down into there. And then we want to move this into here and make this a target zone there and there. And because that's a daily, okay, it should take us down here. All right, so keep an eye out for that movement. We talked about that last time. Other than that, there's not much to say. Okay. You can go up. Just make sure the market may be rounding off here. Okay. And that's basically it. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Now the market is at all-time highs and then big fall off. Let's come back here. Let's get rid of these. Also last week, remember, the week starting 28th of October, we had SP 500 and NASDAQ, the same thing. We said Wednesday's a swing day, that's your Wednesday. We said Friday's a swing day, that's your Friday. And that's magic. Okay, sounds good. Looking good. Okay. Right. Now what? Now, a little bit of a retracement up from that impulse wave is acceptable. And that should bring us up. It could bring us up all the way into there. All right, which is fine. So if we go up into the next swing day, it's logical. Then we've got to sell it off. Remember, this zone was a sell zone. We talked about it. Bang, the market sells off. No big deal. That's your channel top there. 1, 2, 3 tap. Boom. Now we've got a breakout. And the market did a good buy kiss on a Friday on that breakout. There you go. Okay. But it should come back up, close gap, where here, which should be close to 2291, which should be close to 2291 is here. All right, that's your gap closure. This is also a small gap there, but this is good. So this zone and this zone, they're okay to sell. So be mindful for the swing day when we get there. Until we get there, can you buy? Yes, you can. Where the low of the day is also okay. On the weekly, we've got room to come back down into. Okay, so that's basically it. We got room to come down, so all good to go. All right, and that's going to be adjusted in a minute. Now this is the weekly, so the weekly is going to be adjusted. We can do this. You want to sell the highs. Okay, now with this one, remember I said if it turns into a double top, it hasn't yet. That's a top, but it needs to break below. Then we've got a lot of room to come down to. Okay, we'll cross that bridge if that happens, but it's possible. Okay, and then that should bring us all the way back down into this zone. That'll also turn into a good buy kiss. Because this is the weekly, that'll take some time to happen if the market decides to go that way. Okay, but we can anticipate. Okay, because we know what to do at least if we get down here after it cleans out the gaps. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, remember I said the swing days for this was Thursday. That's your Thursday big boom. Okay, Friday market goes up, boom, down. All right, so no big deal here. Goodbye kiss on the line. That's how it was. Okay, this could now screw everybody over, so you have to be careful here. The reason I say so is it's done an all-time high, is it? It's an all-time high. 73,611. No, it hasn't done an all-time high, so we're still up here. What to do with this is a question. Let's take a look at the monthly. Poof. You might want to just wait it out for the swing day. Okay, if tomorrow we end up low, it's not a big deal. You might also want to keep an eye out for this. If the market comes down, 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 then we've got a breakdown, goodbye kiss, push down, okay? And that should reflect all the way down into that bar there, okay? And stop sweep that. All right, so that could be there. So just keep an eye out for this setup as well. Okay, looks like that might be also happening. So if you want to sell the highs, you can. I'd wait for the swing day. If you want to buy the low, you can. I'd wait for the swing days to happen. Okay, don't rush into it. You don't want to make yourself a hero and then end up blowing stuff. Okay, so just be calm. If it comes down into a swing day, the lows are okay. If we go up to sell down, that's also okay. I'm not against that either. All right, that's your goodbye kiss on the daily. On the weekly, we could come down into the 52, which is 64, 800, 65, 200. So 65, 200 is all the way down there. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so the market may have room to come down. Okay, so like from last week, slightly higher there. So that could be your zone there. All right, so just follow it through. Just try to do it on the swing days rather than jumping in the middle of nowhere, because you will get into trouble.